Welcome back to Backspace Academy. In this lab, we're going to go through the process of creating an EC2 Windows Server instance and then connecting to that instance using Remote Desktop Protocol. So first off, we'll jump into the EC2 Management Console and we'll go through the process that we've gone through before with creating a Linux instance. It's no different there, so we'll just click on Launch Instance. Now we'll go down and we'll scroll to Windows Server and we'll select that as our AMI. We'll just select General Purpose there, that's fine, and we'll configure instance details. I'm just going to leave everything as it is there. There's no point in changing anything there. Obviously you would go through and assign public IPs and put an IAM role there or whatever. We just want to basically launch an instance and then connect to that instance, and simple as that. So just go through there, add storage, we'll flick through that again, configure security group. So this is where things change with a Windows Server instance. So whereas before with a Linux instance, we would be using SSH to connect into it. So we can see there SSH we would use if it was a Linux instance, and we'd be using port 22. Because this is a Windows Server instance, we can't connect in with SSH. We have to use RDP to connect into. So we select RDP, and that will be on port 3389. Now normally I would select my IP here, but because it's just an example, and I'm just going to shut it down immediately after creating, I'll just leave it as anywhere. So we just go through and review and launch that. We can see there everything is the same as a Linux instance, except that we've got here RDP. Okay, so we just launch that, choose our existing key pair, that is fine, and launch the instance. Okay, so that's started to happen, so we can just go back and view our instance. And there we can see it's starting to deploy. So now, thanks to the magic of pre-recorded video, our Windows EC2 instance there is up and running. So what we can do now is that we need to connect to it. So the first thing we need to do is click on Actions and get our Windows password. So what we need to do is select our key pair or our key pair file. We upload that in and then we decrypt our password, and we'll give us those details. So I'm just going to do that now. I'll just choose my file. Okay, so that's decrypted the password fine. So there I've got my password and my administrator and everything there. Okay, so I've now just jumped into the Windows 10 Remote Desktop application, but you don't have to use that. There are a number of RDP Remote Desktop applications out there that you can use. So the first thing we want to do is click on Add to add our RDP connection, and we select Desktop there. Now the PC name will be our server name that we were given, so I'll just jump in and find that. So I'll just copy that over and put that in. Now we need to put the user account details in there, which was administrator, and the password. And we'll save that. And save again. And there we can see we've got a connection there set up on Remote Desktop. So all we need to do is double click on that and we'll connect into our EC2 server, our Windows server. Let's see it happen. And we'll just click on Connect. Okay, so there we are. We've connected into our Windows server, and that brings us to the end of the hands-on session on Windows Server. I'll see you in the next ones.